so I've got it in debug mode. All right. So we want to make sure this works. So apparently people were, I mean, this was really difficult for me to replicate. I don't die like people say they die with the old infection mod. But, I mean, if people keep saying it, it must be true, right? So, I just went through, I just rewrote the whole thing, like, from scratch. Debug mode, Roman gates. So, we rewrote deadly infections. Got our body part table. The infection check to see if the wound has a wound infection. The infection will cause pain. Body was... Did I not set this? What'd you do, Mousy? You doing mouse stuff? What's that? Yes, we are. We are trying to fix the Danger Moodles plugins. Alright, so we've got body damage at poison level +1. Okay, so it should increase the time it takes to heal wounds also. Here's where you'll dirty bandage check. Balance out poison levels after infection is treated. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had this all set to go. Come on, infection. Just waiting on infection. Come on, infection. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wound infection bit. Okay, so that worked. Ali Torres. Okay. Let's see. This would be better now that I can fast forward and stuff. Get an infection. Maybe that's not a dirty window. Maybe I need a dirty window. Window looks dirty. This guy has a serious immune system. Surely one of these will affect me. Any day now. Alright. This guy's too, his immune system is too powerful. He needs to be put down. Oh, wait, there we go. Alright, wound infection. Which one's infected? Alright, finally. Better not heal me. Okay, it didn't. Good. Bounce bandages up and make sure that this time is actually going up like it's supposed to. Some debuggers. Yeah, we're looking at cut time 11.26, scratch time 11.4. And fast forward a little bit. Okay, yeah, look at that, it is. It does slow down 11.2, then it went up to 2.4, 11.18, 11.22. Okay, it is slowing down the healing time like it's supposed to. Tests what it's like if you just leave it infected with dirty bandages, how long it takes to die. Okay, let's see what happens. That's what we're doing. Stop it when I get to almost target. I haven't lost any health yet. I don't seem to be losing losing any health. Oh wait, no, that's okay. So I'm queasy now from the infections. Are my heals, or my boots gonna heal before I get too sick? So my food sickness level, we're almost at 24 hours. We started it at 0300. Alright, now I'm hungry. Hang on, I gotta stop. I'm gonna eat some cereal. Because when you're hungry, you'll lose health, so I don't want to. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. As you see, our sickness level is rising slowly, very slowly. It seems to be like it might be stuck. No, I mean it's going up. It's just going up really slow, which is what people wanted. All right, we're officially 24 hours in. 24 hours later, we're nauseous. Let's grab some more food. Fresh bowl of cereal, oh boy. Okay. Alright, so one of my head wound appears to have healed. Okay, so the head wound healed before the infection got too bad, but my left forearm wound has not. So what does that mean? Let's keep going. Alright, so we're at 24 hours. Keep it rolling. Okay, we're just now starting to lose some health. From what, I'm not sure. I'm not super hungry, but let's go ahead and eat. Okay, that's actually going to heal me, so... Oh, my guy's ridiculously tired. Sleep on the ground and see what happens. This is when people say they die all the time. Just while they're sleeping. Alright, so my health is... Whoa, what was that? I've got a fever. Okay. Alright, so can I treat this with common mallow? Alright, so if you have a fever, you're supposed to be able to treat it with common mallow, so let's see if that works. My food appears to be keeping me alive. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm losing health pretty fast. Not quite 48 hours of just totally untreated common mallow. Let's see what that does to our sickness levels. That did not work. So common mallow is not saving me. Whoa, why'd my health jump back up like that? Hold on. Oh, okay, I see. Body damage, set health from food, 30. Why did I put that in there? maybe to keep me alive for testing. Ooh. Overall body health. Okay, so I would be dead by now. 1800, right? So that's 24 and 15. So roughly... not quite 2 days, so 39 hours your character would be dead from totally untreated wounds. I mean, that's about as slow as I can make it using the infection modules. And if you're playing, I mean, if you're going a day and a half, I guess like people are wanting the infection to last like weeks, but you heal beforehand. Like that's not, you know what I mean? That's the game. Maybe I could do a mod that increases how long wounds last to be more realistic. But I don't know why anybody would want that. Like heavy RP maybe. But so roughly 39 hours, like let's round it up and say 40. Like maybe you eat a couple times, because I was just letting my guy starve a few times and then finally like feeding him. So like 40 hours of in-game time and of an untreated wound that got infected and oh, I died. Okay, so here's where I was testing this. Alright, so this is supposed to keep you alive while you're sleeping. Let's see if the sleep regeneration works. Because that seems to be by far the complaint I hear the most, is that while my character was sleeping, they just suddenly died. They died in the night. Will it go through both hunger and sickness? That's tough. Looks like it. Okay. Alright, so I think that's a good enough fix because, I mean, we saw it happened earlier. The wounds will heal and like just get rid of the infection, thereby making the whole infection mod a moot point to begin with. So I think what I'll do is have it set to, the new one's fine, it's a little bit slower. Really, like you got to go 2 days without treating your wound at all to die, and you won't die in your sleep, right? So let's set that up then. Now that we know that works. 100.5. We're gonna green that out. Okay, so tip of the day, that's how you, it took a while to figure it out. I had to go through a few different things that looked like they would work but didn't. But that's how you effectively give a player health, right? So like, let's say you wanted to write a mod for like a stim pack or a health potion or something like that. So you need to get the player index, you know, you need to know which player you're dealing with. You want to get, what did I do? Body damage. So don't worry about this one. We don't need that. We don't need that. So you just need your player, get specific player index, and then body damage, right? So player, get body damage. Player, get body damage, add general health, and then however much general health you want to add. Now, I don't know if you noticed, even though I said like add 10 or add 30 or add 100, it wasn't actually adding 10 health HP or 100 HP. It was doing something. I don't know how the calculations work, but I had to ramp it up to 100 to get it to keep going. For this mod, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under the Durgam regeneration function, and that should keep people alive in their sleep, pretty much no matter what, whether you have a fever or you're starving or whatever. I can see that players might also use it to like power nap their health back up, whatever. Like if they want to do that, that's fine. What I think I'll do is I'll probably add a sandbox option for whether or not you want that on there. Everything else seems to be working good, so I'd say that this mod's ready to roll out for the update here. And as always, feel free to, when you download my mods for Zomboid, you feel free to open them up, look at them, grab some code out of them if you need to, whatever you want to do. I'm going to start doing this more often now. Apparently this is an industry standard, like tagging and like note tagging your code here to say what each thing does. It helps me, it helps you, it helps anybody else coming around. So I'm gonna start doing this more often. I made a point to do it this time. Let's get rid of all the debug stuff. I don't want the player saying things. And I'm pretty bad about this actually, because sometimes I forget. Let me just do it this way. Smarter, not harder. Alright, so in your media folder, you're going to want to, I grabbed one from one of my other mods, you're going to want to start a text document, Sandbox Options, like so. This is from Scent of Blood. So what you do is you're going to write your version up there, version 1. What you're going to do is you want to have your options set up like so. I'm using the Scent of Blood one because it's got a couple different kinds, so I can give you an example, right? So you need to, the first thing you're going to do is so there's two things you need, two physical files. Right, you're going to have your Sandbox Options file right outside of your Lua folder and media, right? So you go media, then you got your Lua where your client server shared is. But right outside that, you're going to have your Sandbox Options. And then if we go over here too, when you go into Lua, inside your shared folder, you're going to have a translate, an EN for English, and you're going to see this file Sandbox EN. Right, or you're going to have this file. You'll see it in other plugins and stuff like that. But you can, what you want to do then is, I'm going to go ahead and take that whole translate folder, right, from Scent of Blood. I'm going to move it over to, remember that goes into shared, right? It looks like, say there's nothing in there right now. So I'm just going to paste that and overwrite. Okay. So now I've got two folders in Deadly Infections. I've got two files. I've got my Sandbox English and my okay. So let's open those up. Right. So this is how you want to do this, right? You want to write this exactly as so. Sandbox EN or Sandbox English equals your squiggly bracket, right? And then close your squiggly bracket, and then all your stuff's going to go here in the middle. Now, just a little extra tip: if you ever have to put together a mod pack, right? like, and you're just kind of trying to like put mod packs together, it's going to try to overwrite the sandbox settings, right? So whenever you make a mod pack, if you really want all your mods to work together and keep them as separate mods, you know, so that everybody gets the credit they deserve and all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to go in manually, and you can just simply, like, in each mod that you need to like grab stuff for, you just copy it out, go to the bottom of the list, and paste it in. That's it. That's all you got to do. And then that way you don't, instead of overwriting the file, you're gonna want to manually go in there and do it. Maybe I'll show you what I mean here at the end here. Okay. So we go Sandbox. All right. Now this is important how you name these, right? So I'm gonna say DG infection, or no, because I might do a different mod later. So let's say DG deadly infection, right? And now how you name this stuff is how you're going to have to name the stuff in the other file folder, right? So this is a Danger Moodle, Sin of Blood. You can go ahead and title your thing up here, right? So this is going to be deadly infections. And then so what you're going to do is, so you know, you've got your sandbox underscore whatever you called it, right? That's going to be for your options, right? So like in Sin of Blood, my options were Blood Rage, Bloody Bandage, and Deep Wounds. I don't need all that. As a matter of fact, actually, I just need one option right now. I'm only going to need one option for this. And that's going to be Deadly Infection. We'll call it Sleep Regen. Alright, and so this is the title of it when it pops up on your sandbox settings. Or it'll say like what it is, what the setting is. So this is I'm gonna say regenerate HP while asleep. Ah man, my ASWD keys are destroyed. So there's my E key. So I'm gonna type this out kind of. Alright, so then you do, so I got that right, blah blah. Sandbox underscore DG Deadly Infection underscore Sleep Regen. That's my Sleep Regen option. I need a tooltip so people know what it is, right? So you go just like that, blah blah, Sleep Regen underscore tooltip. And remember, in coding, always capital letters and lowercase letters are important. Always. So you know, small tooltip. I mean, not always, but pretend as if always. So let's see, maximum range. I'm just going to detect blood. Well, that's for that. This is so we're going to say the tooltip. We'll say regenerate health quickly while sleeping to avoid fever deaths. Or let's say this, while sleeping. And then in parentheses I'll say or avoiding fever death sleep. Okay? And you gotta have all this in quotations. Alright. So, I don't need that. So that's it for my sandbox English settings, right? And let's remember, we called it DG Deadly Infection Sleep Regen. So I'm gonna take that, copy. Let's save that. So that's it for our translation file. Now in here, remember there was Blood Range, Bloody Bandage, Deep Wounds, right? So for this one, you want to put like your version equals 1, comma, and then option, and here's where we're going to do this, right? So remember it was sandbox underscore DG blah blah. Get rid of the sandbox underscore, okay? And then for this underscore, replace it with a period. All right? Like so. And then that's going to be your option, right? So option like that, right? So that's going to be my sleep regen option. Now, this particular one, this is how you set up your options here. For this one, if you type it out like this will show a box with numbers, right? So like if I want 1, 2, 3, 4, if there's different levels that I can set it to, and you can set, you know, the minimum level 1, maximum level 10. The default is what it'll be if you just leave it alone, right? But for this, I don't need that. This is just a true or false thing, like whether or not it's off or on, right? So I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't need that one. This one here, let's just get rid of that because this is just a duplicate of the other one. So here's what we're working with. We want to go, boom, there's my sleep regen option, all right? Type Boolean default. I'm going to say default true because it'll be on by default. Now the page, you want this thing here, your first part. Boom. And the translation, it's asking you for that file we just did, right? See, it's got the underscore there. So for translation, it's asking for like the tooltip and stuff. Let me get my underscore back. Boom. Right? And that's going to refer back over to my sandbox settings here, right? It's looking for this. So I save that and I save that. Now the sandbox setting is available, right? Like if I go in and I look at it, it should be there, right? Let's go ahead and reload our Lua. Alright, and then it should show up in your settings. Boom, DM deadly infection. So regenerate HP while asleep, and then if I hover over it, regenerate health quickly while sleeping, for avoiding fever deaths during sleep. Okay, and we can just check that on and off, right? So, now in order to implement that, what we do is, this is just a variable now, right? So deadly infection.sleep regen. So you're looking for sandbox variables, that sandbox, right? So I want sleep regen. I grab this one from Scent of Blood. And what you're gonna do is, you know, whatever your thing is, you just got sandbox variables or vars dot your thing, right? So for me, I was write out DG deadly infection dot which option or which variable? Sleep regen, right? Right? And so the way I would use that is it true, right? Does it equal true? So let's take that whole thing there. Alright. And then we deadly infection. Okay. So now we go down here, and so we've got our function, right? And right here is where we add the function in to the events every 10 minutes, every 10 in-game minutes. So what you want to do is you want to actually put this into an if statement. So if sandbox blah 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 true, then right? Then do that. Okay? So now that will only fire off if our sandbox variable is true, right? So we're going to save that. And we'll do a final test here. Yep, I think we're good. Alright. Well, there we go. Alright, so our newly created infection mod 2.0. Ready to roll. Let's get this puppy updated. But yeah, so now this should work a lot better. As you can see, a lot of the whole modding process is a lot of trial and error, restarting stuff, trying it again and again and again, and debugging it out. I found that using the sandbox variables helps out a lot because you can give people options. People really like options, so the more you can give them, the better. Even something as simple as like that sleep thing, like some people might not want that, so but it's kind of the only way without doing something drastic like increasing the length of wounds drastically, or like by a lot. I don't know if I want to do that. That could mess up like a lot of other mods. I don't know what other, because I know there's like the amputation mods and stuff like that, so I have no idea what those do. All this mod does is basically your infections will cause food sickness, and as food sickness goes up, after that vanilla mechanics take over completely, right? So your food sickness rises. As your food sickness level goes up, your fever level goes up, and if you don't bring it down, so it grows slowly, and then once you're not infected anymore, the game's natural processes will clear out your food illness. So that'll work from there. Let's see, I guess next up is I'm gonna have to go through the other mods and see what we got here, and then I'm also gonna do a video at some point, maybe later today, on some of like the mods I'd been working on a while ago. I did a server that I put a lot of my mods on, ones that aren't on Steam, like a lot of like mods that I made just for the server, but the server didn't do very well, like at all. Like I had a lot of fun playing on it, but nobody else really wanted to play on it. Like I think one guy stayed like 3 days, but it was too hard, I think. So I'm going to be shifting my mod making a little bit from the more like kind of challenging and brutal stuff that I've been doing, like Sin of Blood and Deadly Infections and stuff like that, to I guess, like, I don't know, there's not a lot of, well, people seem to download it for single player. I don't know, I'll do both, I guess. I don't know, I gotta figure it out. We're gonna do something, but when I do figure it out, we're gonna do it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look through my other mods here and see what else we got, and then move from there. Alright, we've got a few. Alright, let's get this puppy uploaded.